It's from GI hormones, and part 2, that is cholecystokinin hormone. So this cholecystokinin hormone is also from gastrin family. The source of this hormone is secreted from the eye cells of upper intestinal mucosa, and that is mainly duodenum and jejunum. So the cells located in jejunum and duodenum. The structure, it's basically a polypeptide type of hormone, that there are different types of forms of cholecystokinin and depend upon the number of amino acids. So according to that, see, there are some various forms like cholecystokinin 58. This is primarily present in the brain. Cholecystokinin 39, cholecystokinin 33, cholecystokinin 12, cholecystokinin 8. So this 12 and 8 form is basically secreted from the duodenum and the jejunum. These all are the MCQs type of questions. Cholecystokinin 4 is basically secreted from enteric and pancreatic nerves mainly. So these all are the MCQs type of questions. So you must know that this is MCQs type of questions. So the half-life is of 5 minutes. Come to the next point, that is the actions of cholecystokinin. So cholecystokinin passes via the blood to pancreas, wherein their chyme enter into the duodenum, getting distended, and this distension cause stimulation of eye cells, and this cause release of cholecystokinin. So this cholecystokinin enter into the blood and from the circulation reach to the pancreas and causes secretion of pancreatic juice rich in enzymes mainly. Because pancreatic juice are two main component. First one is the bicarbonate and second one is the enzyme rich. So this cholecystokinin is basically responsible for more enzyme rich pancreatic juice circulation. The other actions of this cholecystokinin hormone is contraction of gallbladder to release bile. It potentiates the effect of secretin to produce more alkaline pancreatic juice, because secretin hormone is basically responsible for secretion of more bicarbonate and watery juice in pancreatic juice. So this cholecystokinin mainly having potentiative or positive effects on secretin, so that more alkaline and pancreatic juice secretion occur, and this cause neutralize the acidic chyme that is present in duodenum, because this chyme enter into duodenum from stomach, and stomach chyme is highly acidic. So when it enter into the small intestine, it is highly acidic. So at that time it's important to neutralize the effect of acidic medium and make it alkaline. So this bicarbonate helps to reduce the acidic medium of chyme. Then increase the secretion of enteropeptidase from the duodenum. This cause the excitation, stimulation and conversion of pancreatic enzymes. We discuss it on later. It inhibits the gastric motility, so that the chyme that enter into the duodenum first neutralize that move into propulsive direction. Increase the motility of small intestine and large gut. It also increase the pancreatic growth. So this growth effective action is known as trophic effect of cholecystokinin. It also prevents the reflex of abdominal content into the stomach. So how it can possible? Because it augments the contraction of pyloric sphincter. Augments means potentiate or potentiate. Contraction means close. So what it can do? It potentiate the action of pyloric sphincter to remain closed, and that's why prevent the reflux is content of the duodenum into the stomach. It acts as a anorexigenic neurotransmitter in brain, and finally inhibits food intake, because already food present in the GI tract, so it decrease or inhibit the anorexigenic neurotransmitter. This is basically neurotransmitter that stimulate the feeding center. Now come to the next part, that is mechanism of action. Basically, two types of cholecystokinin receptors present, A type of receptor, B type of receptor. So this is A type of receptor mainly present in GIT and B type of receptor present in brain. Now how the action moves on? This cholecystokinin finally act on both receptors A and B and activate membrane phospholipase C. This causes stimulation of production of intracellular inositol triphosphate and diacylglycerol, second messenger, that cause enzyme rich secretion from pancreas and also potentiate to release more bile via contraction of gallbladder to release more bile. Now come to the next point, that is regulation of secretion. Whenever the content of small intestine, whenever this content of small intestinal mucosa accumulate with fatty acids and peptides, this causes stimulation of eye cells that is present in upper small intestine, and this cause secretion of cholecystokinin from eye cells. Then this cholecystokinin enter into blood, then via arterial circulation it causes more enzyme rich secretion of pancreas, and this helps in protein digestion. Protein digestion, because enzymes that present in pancreas are proteolytic enzymes. And another favor is cause contraction of gallbladder. This cause release of more bile from the gallbladder, cause helps in digestion of fats. So finally increase release the bile in pancreatic secretion and cause digestion of protein and fats, and the last form of protein digestion and fat digestion finally forms fatty acids and peptides. When the fatty acids and peptides are accumulated in a small intestine, they have potentiative in stimulating effect on eye cells further, and this act increase more and more cholecystokinin from eye cells, so that proper digestion of protein and proper digestion of fats takes place. The next is factors that increase cholecystokinin secretion. Products of digestion, especially fatty acids, peptides, proteins and amino acids proteins. So this cause increase in cholecystokinin secretion. Bile and pancreatic juice provide positive feedback for cholecystokinin, and this positive feedback act on eye cells and cause more release of cholecystokinin. So thank you so much. If you like the lecture, please like and subscribe. Best of luck.